So welcome back in, everybody. We are back on Twitch today. I've been doing YouTube streams now on and off for the past month or so, and just kind of, you know, do Twitch a few days, do YouTube a few days. Really just kind of testing the waters to see which platform is more lucrative. This is where teaching Dig to Hippopotas would have come in handy. But we'll manage. I also played around with my audio level, so I'm hoping that you can hear me better now. Right. The game sounds quiet to me. Hopefully it doesn't sound too quiet to you guys. But yeah, I've kind of been taking a little bit of a Twitch break for a while, you know. We've been streaming on Twitch now for a handful of years. I don't remember exactly when I started. 2019, 2020, 2021, somewhere in that general vicinity. And we've kind of been middling the entire time. You know, we've never really taken off on Twitch. So I've kind of just been playing around, toying around with the idea of like maybe starting up with some YouTube streams. So about a year ago, I started our Soul Silver playthrough on YouTube, and we've kind of bounced back and forth ever since. Yeah, we really should have taught Dig to hit the hippo. Vaporeon, okay. Well, good thing we have both a grass and an electric type. Larion. I guess in this scenario we could use ground or water. We'll go with water first. Water gun's not exactly strong though, so I kind of need to get a stronger water attack here. Yeah, see? I was gonna say one more ought to do it. Damn sandstorm got us. Maybe I've made a mistake trying to race Hippopotas because that sandstorm is getting on my nerves. We'll give it a bit and see. We may have to walk that decision back a little. How do I get in there? I always love it when I walk all the way around just for a super shard. Lake Valor. Giraffe Rag. Did we not bring over a Giraffe Rag from Johto? Huh. Well, we'll catch one now. Please don't faint. Oh, wow. Okay. No worries in that department, I suppose. You can't use Baton Pass, son. You're the only Pokemon here. Dun 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 dun, blah la 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 la, dun 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 dun. I'm afraid to attack. If I attack once more, it just might faint. Mr. UPS man. Da 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 da. The head on its tail contains a small brain. It can indistinctively fight even while facing backward. Instinctively. What did I say? Indistinctively? Instinctively. A dumbass Bran. Okay. Good luck with that. Fortunate for you, I know where it is. All right, he's going to tell us we can't go this way. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this place. I like this little place here. Double battle tie. Shockwave for the young lady. Secret power for the young man. Unload. The YouTube mobile app and the Twitch mobile app are hot garbage. It froze and I'm trying to reload it and it's fighting with me. Critical hit. Why don't you just faint already? How are you still standing? It's 2 against 1 and we're just pelting you. I need to heal before we continue. Also need to take this key and give it to her. The white flute. Now I don't remember exactly what the flutes do. Oh. It doesn't heal me. No. And I'm already too far down here to go back to the Pokemon Center, so. Yeah, I'd rather be in a pool than the sea, too. I don't do well with the open ocean. Yeah, I'll walk along the beach and play in the water, but Why can't I take a nap in this random stranger's bed in this random stranger's house? Ooh, what do we get? What do we get? Trick room. Trick room can be a bit tricky to use. In Tower, yes, I have actually. Well, there's nothing stopping you from traveling over there and taking a peek. I have Ho-Oh. I could show him to you. Yeah, there we go. My eyes feel a little dried out today. Quagsire and Pichu. Okay. Rock Smash just doesn't do a lot of damage. So that's what bothers me about Rock Smash. I feel like the HMs don't do a lot of damage in general. A lot of them are normal type attacks too, and normal type attacks don't do a lot. Did I say normal type attacks? Normal type attacks. Do not do much. I can at least knock out this Pichu. That's to be expected. Rock Smash. Yeah, that's getting me absolutely nowhere. Pachoricio. How about we get you patched up? Get rid of that nasty old paralysis. Then you can dig your way over to Pachoricio. That's fine. Time to switch it up a bit. Quagsire's doubly weak to grass, I think. I want to say Quagsire is water ground. Knowing my damn luck, it'd be water poison or something stupid. The TV crew. Hope he doesn't talk about food too much. I'm on day 2 of my fast. Last week I fasted for 72 hours, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm hoping to do the same again this week. I haven't really put a lot of thought into how long or how often I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to go for the extreme this time, and once the 72 are up, eat like some just straight broccoli and stuff by itself. I try and keep the intake very low and work that angle for a while, at least for a few months, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's super effective. I don't need a critical hit for that. It had to be a Magnemite too. Damn it. Bum 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 bum. I need you to go night night Magnemite night. Night night Magnemite might. Well, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to just flat out withdraw you because I'm getting nowhere. Okay, so Sand Tomb is straight up an attack. I was thinking it worked in the same vein as Fire Spin, where it did just like 1 HP of damage every turn and just kept them from switching out, but looks like Sand Tomb might be an actual all-out attack. That does the same thing. Okay, I'll take it. Get wrecked, Magnemite. Dun, dun, dun. I still haven't reached a consensus yet. Going back to what we were talking about at the beginning of the episode, I still haven't fully decided where I want my streaming home to be. I do want to come back to Twitch and work on Twitch a little bit. We'll see what happens. We'll see how, you know. I know I can't deal with this beeping anymore. Ooh. Birthday ideas. Are you still planning on taking a vacation? Taking a trip for your birthday? I know you talked about that the other day when we spoke. We were going to be going out of town. I'm surprised that that bite didn't take Mr. Mime out completely, to be honest. Oh, he hit me with Reflect. Too bad it doesn't matter. Ooh, I'd be down for that. I am going to be getting with you guys in the Discord pretty soon, and we're going to be doing Mario Party stuff. Because I'm about to re-up my Nintendo Online subscription. And for those of you who are watching this later on YouTube, I suppose, I've had the basic plan this go around. I had the extended plan last year. This past year I had the basic plan. But we're going to do the family share plan, and we're going to do the extended version. It gets all the games and all the features. And we're going to tackle all 3 of the Mario parties from there, and I'll probably do some more like retro content with N64 games and stuff like that. Of course, I have the emulators. You know, like anytime, day or night, I could just bust out emulators. But as well as emulators work for me, not everybody in my group has access to like PCs and stuff. So it's a little easier to get some folks on the Switch side. So that's my plan for the Mario Party stuff, is just to use the Switch. I think I currently have some Mario Party stuff up on the channel, but I'm highly debating scrapping it all and starting from scratch so that it can be a more coherent like playthrough of each Mario Party. Then depending on how everybody in the group feels, we might occasionally just do a Mario Party for the hell of it. Because I still have Mario Party Superstars, but then there's a new Mario Party that just came out, and I'm probably going to get that as soon as I can. I've got another couple of months of paying down some bills and paying on some cards first, but as soon as that's taken care of, I'll probably pick up the new Mario Party. It kind of boils down to, at the end of the day, whether all my friends pick it up or not too. It's supposed to have a really good online multiplayer though, so even if you're just playing with randos, you know, online, it's supposed to be built with that in mind, which is nice. Smile. I was telling Tyler earlier when I spoke to him on the phone, I'm slowly creeping back into my visual media era, like watching stuff. I haven't been watching shows and stuff for a while now. It just hasn't been anything worth my time. I did watch season 1 of Monsters when that came out a year or so ago on Netflix. It was the Jeffrey Dahmer story, and that was a really good show. And then season 2 just dropped with the Menendez brothers. I watched that in the past 2 days, and I thought that was good too. Then I watched a movie called Blink Twice, which is a psychological thriller that's pretty insane. So, you know, it's spooky season. I'm getting my spooky on, watching shows like that, and oh shit, Bronzor. But I decided to watch the Rick and Morty anime. It's okay. I haven't watched Rick and Morty since back when the Szechuan sauce thing happened and the fans cringed it so much that I couldn't watch it anymore. I've been watching the latest season of Futurama. Tyler says there's now a Terminator anime or cartoon or something. I want to check that out too. You knocked out my hippopotas. How dare you? How dare you? Ooh, a group of 12 would be great. If we could manage. I don't even know 12 people. So, if you could find 12 people, I'll participate. Wow. You know what? My team is severely lacking fire. I don't have anything to deal with steel types. Duly noted. Shit. What if I use Luxray instead? Well, that's 5. It's one less than half. I say go for it. Try your best to pull that together. But you know how it is trying to get people to do stuff lately. But I don't want to be negative. Yeah, you'll find more. That's a spirit. I'm just going to shock this thing into oblivion. Yeah, I'm going to need to get some fire on my team. Why didn't I just use thunder? I'm so dumb. I'm sitting here struggling to take out a Bronzor when I could have just thundered it into oblivion. I'm special. Oh yeah, go for it. Gather as many people as you can. Doop, 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 doop. Well, I'm definitely interested. I'll play Mario Kart anytime. My Switch online service runs out this Saturday, though, and there will be a few days gap because I can't afford my half of it until the 1st. So there's going to be a 2-3 a day gap there where I don't have Nintendo Online. So bear that in mind just going forward. We're doing the family share thing. Tyler and Thomas have already sent me their half of the money. So now I just have to gather my half. I'll have it on the 1st. And that's when I'll re-up the plan. So as long as you do it... At this point, as long as you do it after the 1st of October, I can join you. Anything prior to that is going to be kind of hard to do. Because this week I'm a little full schedule-wise. And it's not, I say that like an asshole because I'm not even doing anything all that important. I'm streaming, then I'll do a little cleaning, and then for the rest of the night, I want to, you know, I mean, like I said, I'm in my show and movie watching era, so I want to sit down and watch something else again tonight. And then I'm doing pretty well ever since I got back from my trip. I guess at this point, that was 2 weekends ago. I've been sticking to my sleeping schedule, and like I take my melatonin every night at 10 o'clock now, on the dot. And by midnight, 12:30ish, I'm pretty sleepy, so I'll go to bed anywhere between 12 and 2 a.m. And I made 2 a.m. my hard ceiling. And if I can't stick to it, what I do is I force myself to like lay there in the dark with nothing on until I go to sleep. Now, I haven't had to do that yet. I have thankfully been sleepy enough to go to bed every night before 2 a.m. Only one night, I actually reached 2 a.m. and was still a little kind of awake enough to stay up. I was like, nope, you gotta have some discipline. So, I've been doing pretty well with my sleep routine, and it's made me very productive. It's nice to be up on days. You know, I do love my nights. I'm a night guy, but sometimes you just need the vitamin D. You just need to see the sun. It's not healthy to never, ever see the sun. So, I gotta switch out, don't I? Yep. Reversal. We should find that stone that prolongs the sandstorm. Although, I don't think the sandstorm wears off when it's caused by hippopotas. I don't know. Again, I've never raised a hippopotas before, so I don't really know how its sandstream thing works. Well, Platinum, as you know, like with all director's cuts, it's the same basic story with a few tweaks. They did add an entire otherworldly section, like you go into another dimension to deal with Giratina and Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic. Now that's pretty fun because you had to walk on walls and walk on the ceiling and walk in like different distorted dimensional kind of settings. Other than that, it wasn't too much. The clothes of your character changed. There were a few, a lot more snow everywhere. I don't know. The director's cuts have always just been slightly polished up versions of the other two versions. Since we did Brilliant Diamond already, I didn't want to just do Diamond and Pearl again, so I opted to do Platinum instead. I also wanted to do a game that had the extra story stuff, hence streaming Platinum instead of Diamond and Pearl. I don't know. I didn't pay super attention during this era of Pokemon, so you might be better asking Google that question than me. I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I don't know all the differences between the versions. Shit. Well, this is a terrible type of matchup. It was nice getting Black and White too, though. I still remember that shocking everybody back in the day, because Game Freak had always done, you know, a red, a blue, and a director's cut. Red, blue, director's cut. Red, blue, director's cut. And then with Black and White, they switched it up and just gave full-on sequels. And I'm sad because they haven't done that since, you know. That's why I still say Black and White are some of my all-time favorites. Johto will always be my favorite. You know, Johto / Kanto. Johto first, then Kanto being my second favorite. But after Johto and Kanto, the Unova region will always be my favorite. Black and White was a magical time, and you'll never recreate that. You'll never recreate that. Wow. I definitely seem to recall that Black and White was the era where people started to become more critical. Or it could have just been the era that I started, like, having more of an online presence. Hell, I don't know. We definitely spent more time at GameStop because we had one in town at that point. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I think some of that probably at the end of the day is on us too. You know, we just kept getting hyped thinking that they were going to do something different. And of course they never did because, you know, you and I were looking at it from an artistic standpoint, you know, ooh, where's Pokemon going to go now? But it's just been it's been the same game over and over, cynically. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Now, Sun and Moon, I think you might enjoy because it was such a change. At least the story was such a change. There were no gyms. You didn't travel around, do it like that, you know. You were literally in Hawaii, and it was nice. It was really nice. I definitely think that's why we're going to start seeing more games like Pokemon Legends Arceus and Legends ZA, because even at this point, diehard fans, you know, are telling Game Freak, hey, it's been 30 years, you know, you're going to give us another 100 and another 8 gems every single time. We need something a little more. I don't know how long you can keep this up. The character designs are the most off-putting. I actually have to praise Pokemon for being unique in that sense that every generation, the Pokemon are vastly different from the generation that precedes it. Some of them do end up looking alike, but that's just what I like to call anime syndrome. Anime suffers from lack of variety, especially with face and hair. Like I have a hard time when I watch anime. Everybody looks the same to me. Like if they didn't have wild hairstyles and colors, I wouldn't know any of the characters apart. And you can say what you want about me, but I'm sorry. You know, at least with American cartoons, I'm not going to confuse Homer Simpson and Fred Flintstone. One of them's orange, one of them's yellow for crying out loud. But I don't know. Yeah, see, I think you, like everybody else, just had your cynicism turned on. I think you were bored with Pokemon, and instead of respectively, you know, withdrawing from it, you had an opinion on something that you probably shouldn't have had an opinion on. You know what I mean? It's like, if you don't hate on it. All you're doing is annoying the people who still really like it and enjoy it. I made that mistake too. I've been making that mistake for years, and I've recently been correcting that behavior. And I think you and everybody else should consider doing the same. It doesn't mean you can't have an opinion. I'm not saying that, because I'm still going to shit on Marvel till the end of time. But, I don't know. Yeah, I keep bringing it up because I'm desperately trying to find something that you and I can play together that's not fucking shooting games, because you have to admit, that's all you want to play. You and everybody else. Let me rephrase what I said. I have nothing against Marvel. I have nothing against comic books. They're not my forte. I didn't grow up with them. I don't give a shit about them. What I do have a problem with is Marvel having been a juggernaut in the cinema for 10 plus years and people thinking that that's high class. No. That's what I'm taking issue with. And I don't think I ever really convey that the way that I should. I think it just comes off as me going at something that's not my wheelhouse. No, it's they're products, they're big giant Hollywood blockbuster movies. They're meant for you to go in, turn your brain off, eat popcorn, shut up, and have a good time for an hour and a half to 2 hours. They're no deeper than that. But they have had a negative outcome on cinema as a whole. That's where the conversation with me starts to get more in-depth. And you ask any kind of cinemaphile, any kind of movie buff, they're going to tell you, yeah, those movies made record profits, but they also were an extreme detriment to movies in general, because people got really complacent and they got really lazy, and they didn't give a shit about any other work of in cinema. They didn't care about art house movies. They didn't care about watching anything that wasn't Marvel. It strictly just became, Marvel's like the fast food of cinema. People didn't want fine dining anymore. They didn't want to use their brain. They didn't want to watch psychological thrillers. It's the same with horror. Horror was no longer fun. Horror has become all about jump scare, 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 jump scare. It's soulless. It's just soulless. And that's my complaint with the Marvel movies, is they're just soulless. And again, they have every right to be. It's just, you can't live on fast food alone. And you can say what you want about my opinion, but you, my friend, are guilty of everything I just said. In the past decade, there have been numerous times where I've said, watch this movie, watch this movie, watch this movie. And because it wasn't Marvel, you snuffed your nose up at it. But, yeah, but see, the difference with Steven Spielberg and Lucas and the rest of the team from the 70s and 80s, they made a Jurassic Park, a Jaws, a Back to the Future, an Indiana Jones, and then they made another one years later. They didn't make 18 in a row. They didn't have a large cinematic universe. Merchandising was casual at best by today's standards. No, it's not remotely the same. It's not even remotely the same. Yeah, Spielberg and them made popcorn movies. They're not deeply cerebral movies. Some of his are, but like, you don't go watch Indiana Jones for the plot. You go watch Indiana Jones because you want to see adventure, man, punching Nazis in the face and going on an adventure. And that's perfectly fine for what those movies are. They're not really meant to be any deeper than that. But also, excluding the last couple of movies because money. You know, if you just look at the original Indiana Jones trilogy, it was 3 somewhat decent, I suppose, action movies where you just go eat your popcorn and have a good time. But the budget keeps getting bigger. CGI keeps rubbing out practical effects. And the Marvel movies, like I said, kind of did a disservice as far as people's attention spans too. And they shot their own self in the foot because after they did Endgame with the whole Thanos snapping his fingers thing, that was over. After they did that giant galactic battle with all the characters, nobody other than diehard Marvel fans are going to give 2 shits about any future shows, movies, or projects. Casual audiences were checked out. There was a such thing as there was superhero fatigue. You know what I mean? Superhero fatigue. And I mean, yeah, very much. That's what the original Jurassic Park was, part that and part story. It was a brand new concept, so I don't say that about the original Jurassic Park. But the 2 sequels, The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, oh yeah, totally. Just popcorn, turn your brain off, and watch dinosaurs go rawr movies. Jurassic World tried its damnedest to be something that it never was. They knew what they were doing. Like that. Jurassic World, to me, as a trilogy, will always be a cynical cash grab. Recognizable IP, you know, you bring back a franchise from the 90s and you make new toys, new movies, new TV shows, new video games, new everything. And since it's recognizable IP, everybody is gonna jump on it. So well, the new movie they're working on isn't bringing back any return. There's no returning characters, thank God. Chris Pratt needs to fuck all the way off. Everybody's sick of him. It's a running meme. It's a gag on the internet at this point. Everybody's so sick of Chris Pratt. But no, and I know we've talked about this at length until people are sick of hearing about it, but it bears repeating. Like, movie theaters were already in danger before COVID hit because streaming was becoming really It was taking off. It was in its infancy, but it was starting to gain traction. Physical media is dying out. Then COVID came, and then the lockdowns came, and people realized that they didn't have to spend money the way they had always spent money before. They could just get their entertainment at home for cheap. They realized they didn't have to put up with people and to go to the theater and put up with other people. So that kind of was the final nail in the coffin for the theater industry. And they keep trying to, it's on life support. I was reading an article the other day that said they're about to pump millions of dollars into the theater industry. They're going to try to make them like Chuck E. Cheese now. They're going to bring in arcade machines, pizzerias, all sorts of stuff to kind of make it a fun destination instead of just the movie by itself. You know what I mean? And when I read that, I thought, no. You're defeating the purpose. You're making things worse. You go to see a movie to go to see the movie. So at that point, the problem is with the people. Not the theaters, not the industry itself. The problem is with the people. You're not going to a theme park when you go to see a movie. You're going to see a movie. I don't know. We're getting older, and my expectations of people are just not met anymore by the general public. You know, I'm let down on a daily basis now by the idiocracy that I have to deal with. But it's always going to be about money at the end of the day. Companies have just been tanking and losing money left and right in the theater industry for years now, even before COVID, because the internet really put a stranglehold on people's entertainment. You know, people were watching YouTube, they were watching Twitch, they were watching Netflix. They weren't going to the theater nearly as much. And then when all these streaming services took off, people started buying them left and right. And, well, that pisses me off. Nobody gets the XP for that fight. You motherfucker. But see, the true evil behind that, the genius behind it is now, instead of going to the movies once every few months and paying, what, $12, depending on what city you live in, $19, $20 a ticket, you're paying $20, $30, $40 a month for one streaming service. And then you got to have multiple. You got to have one for Disney. You got to have one for Universal. You got to have one for NBC. You got to have one for this. You got to have one for Hulu. You got to have one for this and that. People are paying more now than they've ever paid just by going to the theater. Well, I agree. If it's not making money, let it die. You know, you have to go with what the general public wants. The problem is the general public is too stupid to understand what's good for it. Theater was an art that's going to die and fade away, unfortunately. And you're never, ever going to get the same experience watching a movie on your fucking phone or your fucking tablet as you would watching it in a theater with surround sound, in the dark, uncomfortably, with a bunch of other jackasses. There's something magical about that nonsense, and I'm gonna miss it. I really am. But for all those gamers out there that think that the same thing is not going to happen in the next few decades with your precious video games, you got another thing coming, champ. Everything dies. Television. First it was print, newspapers, that kind of thing. Then it was physical media as far as CDs, cassette tapes, records. Everything went to digital and streaming. Television followed suit, digital and streaming. Movies are now they're on their way out, and it'll be only digital and streaming. What do you think's going to happen to your video games? GameStops are already just glorified toy stores. I think VR will always be its own separate category. I don't think video games in the form that we know them now will ever just become wholly VR. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think we have to worry about that. Digital is fine with me too. I'm not like a physical media purist. I don't care. I understand the arguments that are made for physical media, but I can pirate, quote unquote, anything that they take away from streaming services. So I'm not that bothered, you know? I'll be honest with you, like we're 40 now, so in another decade or two, I'm not going to give two flying shits what they do with media or video games. I will have been, I'll be like, at that point, I'm counting down the days I have left, and I'm not going to care as deeply as I do now or as deeply as I did 10 years ago. Because hell, I don't give a shit now compared to what I did 10, 20 years ago. Right now, for me, it's about ease of access. You know what I mean? I just don't care. Everybody jokes about the quote-unquote quantum computing thing. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't have enough information to have an opinion on that. I do know that TV shows and movies have always used the word quantum when they want to seem futuristic and smart and tech savvy. Star Trek was real bad about that shit. They use the word quantum every other breath. We shall. I do think that Microsoft and Sony have a hard awakening coming. I'll tell you that much. Something that Nintendo learned a long time ago. Simply putting out the next console is not enough anymore. It has to have a gimmick. Without a gimmick, nobody wants that shit. Nobody but die-hard fans of that thing. Again, this isn't 2000. Rappers aren't clamoring to put PS5s in the back of their limousines anymore. It's just, times have changed. What used to be a major convenience, you know, having an actual console, is actually becoming quite of an inconvenience. I don't know how to explain it or if that makes sense, but like, here's the thing. I could buy or build a PC that will last another 5 or 10 years and only make minimum upgrades to it at best. I could go out and buy a PS5 and I've got to constantly worry about games being pulled. I've got to constantly worry about that console only having a 5-year shelf life, and then I got to buy a PS6, then a PS7. Meanwhile, I've only had one PC the whole time. Then there's the exclusivity, where you might have a game that's only on the PS5. That one game doesn't warrant me giving up my lifestyle of having everything on PC, as opposed to that one little game that I can only get on the PS5. So I've never understood the PlayStation people. I understood them back in the day when it was convenient, when they, when PCs were expensive and complicated and less common and people really didn't know how to build them or knew anything about them. That I understood. That's when I understood just buying a box from a company and inserting a cartridge or a disc. It made sense. By today's standards, it no longer makes sense. Your PS5 is what? Just a PS4 on crack? Your little Spider-Man game just looks a little better than it did on the PS4? I mean, what are you really getting out of that experience? You know what I mean? And I mean, hey, the same could be said about the PC people who get real snooty about it. Oh, I have I am the latest graphics card. It makes your shit look so puny. Same thing. That's just elitism. That's a whole other conversation. What I'm simply saying is, I don't see in the future going forward a company just putting out a console box anymore being enough. I think that business model is on its way out unless they gimmick it up. The Switch is a gimmick. The Wii U was a gimmick. The Wii was a gimmick. All these Nintendo consoles have been gimmicks. If Sony and Microsoft doesn't follow suit, they're fucked. What? The hell are you talking about? Looks like we might be fortunate enough to get into the badge today. And then, of course, tomorrow I'll be back with more Lifeless Planet, because we're alternating each day Lifeless Planet and Pokemon Platinum. I also need to do more Animal Crossing too. Let me look at my TMs. Need something that can deal with water Pokemon. I have nothing yet. About to dip. I think I'm going to tackle this gym and call it a day myself. And like I said, if you want to pop back in tomorrow, I'll be doing Lifeless Planet. Because like I said, I'm alternating days with that game. Wish me luck on this gym fight. We're trying to raise a ground type Pokemon in a water gym. This is not going to bode well for me. It will give me an opportunity, however, to switch out and raise up Grotle some. So I'll do that. Now that my long, rambling tirade about gaming is over. Oh, if you're still here, by the way, I am sending this game your way. I don't think it'll have any connected features with the sequel. I don't know if you can call Pokemon Legends ZA a sequel, because this is called Legends Arceus, but is it going to be its own self-contained game? Like, is this a new spin-off series? Is this a mainline game? Who knows? But we'll have a physical cartridge of it. I'll still have my save data on the console. So even though I'm giving it to you, if there is any connectivity, I'll just have to like borrow it back from you and do that part. But I don't think there would be. I highly recommend you play through it, because if you're sick of other Pokemon games, if you think the franchise is stagnant, you're going to fucking love this game. This plays so much different than any of the other mainline games. This is peak to me. Like, obviously I'm really fond of Johto and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Those are going to be my number one, but like, I can't recommend this damn game enough to people. It was bloody brilliant is what it was. It was bloody brilliant. Okay, that's just, that lowers, that raises. Canvas seat. Can I get through that way? No. See, that just takes me back to... Okay. Lower it all the way. Then we'll run around. Ah. Burn. And of course, at the end of the day, my opinions are my own. I could always be wrong. I'm often wrong about many a thing. I'm just kind of, what do they call it? Gish galloping, you know, just off the cuff, talking about where I think I see, you know, the future of the industry going and things like that. I feel like a lot of what I said about like the movie industry was factual and not really an opinion. But as far as gaming is concerned, I don't know, man. I don't know where it's going in the future. I definitely think that, you know, it's not going to happen right away. People are still going to eat the PS6 up with a spoon. It's not going to be immediate death, but it's slowly coming. Microsoft. Tell you what really screwed Microsoft was their naming conventions. After the Xbox 360, I didn't understand how many Xboxes there were, which one was the newest one, which one was what. There were different series, and I got so lost and confused. And again, I grew up Nintendo, so I was never exactly, you know, clamoring to get my hands on an Xbox or a PlayStation for that matter. But yeah, it's... These days, I try to spend more time talking about the industry in as much of a non-biased opinion as I can, but that's never going to be an exact science. You're always going to be a little biased. Only a robot could really be non-biased. But, you know, Switch 2 is around the corner. We'll see. We'll see how that works out for everybody. I think the fact that they haven't announced it yet is really stupid. I really don't feel like walking all the way back to the Pokemon Center. I guess I do need to buy some potions, though. Alright, we'll work on fighting the trainers, and then we'll go and buy potions before we fight the gym leader. We have electric and grass, so we should be okay. Fight old Crasher weak. Blah, blah, blah. Wingo. Glad you use quick attack. There it is. There's the attack that screws us over there. Well, at least we got Wingle. Oh, hell. Okay. Get him, Luxray. We had an evolution this episode, too, which was nice. I'd love to get Rainy Day for Luxray. I'm assuming it can learn it. Make Thunder hit every time. Which would be nice. Interesting. I thought you were straight water type. That was not super effective. Okay, all right, yeah. Go ahead. Use water gun. Oh, these children. So dumb. Azumarill. My eyes are still a little dry. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. How are these grass attacks not taking these guys down immediately? This is very fascinating. But not in a way that I give a shit enough about to look into it. Just, you know, thanks. Really? Clear chat. Ordinarily, I don't mind, but I mean, you can leave the word fuck up on screen as long as you want, but I don't know if that'll negatively affect anything. Again, I don't give a shit about monetization. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I should have just left it there. Hell, I don't know. I've bitched about that in the past, you know. Not kowtowing to YouTube and everybody about, oh, you're... Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. I burned out all my energy in the first hour. Oh, I did a lot of talking there and burned up a lot of energy. Gyarados. Oh, somebody is cooking. That's going to be a problem. I'm on day 2 of my fast, so it's not quite been 48 hours, but it will be later on tonight. Have to spray some air freshener or something in here. Get rid of that food smell. I don't have a lot of physical media left. I've said this plenty of times on stream before, but like I bought some games physical because I got them cheap. I still have this little dandy here from the Wii era. It's Prime Trilogy. We all kept thinking that would be made available on the Switch, but they never made the damn thing available on the Switch. Nobody knows why. They gave us the Prime Remaster I got here. See? They gave us this. Why did they not give us this? Make it make sense. This wasn't even a like $60 game. It was like $40. So I don't really understand. All right, you're pissing me off, Gyarados. I switched out to Grotle. I should have switched out to Face here, and then just thunder you into oblivion. But yeah, it would have been nice to be able to play through Prime 2 and 3 on the Switch. I would probably just, because when Prime Remastered come out, I played through it a good 3 or 4 times on the Switch before I got tired of it and moved on to something else. I played the shit out of that game, and I would do the same if they put the other 2 out. We all kept saying, well, since Prime 4 is coming, you know, that's what they're going to do, is like release a collection or something, and then they just never did. Then when this one came out, we thought, okay, well, maybe they're remastering the other 2 and they're going to release them piecemeal, but they didn't do that either. The only thing I could think is they went ahead and redid Prime 1 so that Prime 4 would make a little more sense. Because it's been so many years at this point. It's been 2 decades, actually. Over 2 decades since Prime first came out on the GameCube. And they're like, well, if we're going to do a Prime 4, we need to re-release Prime 1 so people can at least have some touch with where this started. You know what I mean? That's the only logic I could come up with for why they did it. I don't know. Yet. I really hate to go all the way back to the Pokemon Center. I really do. Oh, never mind. We got one more battle in us. We might just say screw it and save the gym battle for the next time. Because we are coming up on our allotted time. Even though it's my stream, I get to set the time. But I have other things I'd like to go and do. Getting cool. I've been getting these calls lately. They're local. At least it says they're from my state. And then I answer it and it's just nobody says anything. It's just dead air for like 10 seconds and then they hang up. Not answering them anymore. Because the phone does that whole suspicious caller thing. It'll let you know it's spam. It'll say potential spam or spam detected or whatever. And you just don't answer it and you ignore it. But sometimes it doesn't say that, and it'll say it's from Alabama, where I live, and I'll answer it, and it'll just be nothing. And I've heard people say those do not answer those because they're trying to see if the number is still valid. You know, that you haven't had the number like disconnected or something. I don't know. At this point, I don't really answer numbers that aren't like friends or family. And all my friends use Discord. None of my friends really use the phone anymore other than Tyler. He called me on the phone earlier because he was in his car driving from work. And, you know, it was apparently a really heavy rainstorm, so he had to do like hands-free and the Bluetooth in the car. But yeah. At this point, most of my communication, hell, even with my doctor and anybody else, is through emails and stuff and apps. Nobody really calls anymore. I'm just gonna use Spark. Golduck. Aye. Because I cannot be bothered to go all the way back to the Pokémon Center, so we will burn these potions even though I need them to fight his face with. Astoria's Crasher Wake. She's gonna go right for the throat. I wonder what he's gonna do. Oh, that's a good move. I was hoping it would miss because of the sandstorm, but no, he got me. And it does such a colossal amount of damage. Stupid. We'll have to redo this fight, and we'll probably do it next time. There really is no excuse for Waterfall doing that much damage. It does not maketh any sense to me. At least I didn't do a shit ton of damage. Shit. We did use our only fucking... Okay. Right. We used the last revive already. We can't bring Luxray back. Glad we got a critical hit in there anyway. Even if I did lose the Pokemon I needed the most. Alright, Bibarel, you do have an electric attack. And you should be strong against the water attacks, so let's roll. All you gotta do is shake off a bite. God damn it. Fucking critical hits. I don't even care if I lose the rest of the match. It was all about getting rid of Fuckface. He made me mad. Oh, yeah, we're fucked. Because they'll always go first for some reason. Yep. The Gyarados got me. And Gyarados and the lack of potions and stuff. Where's the shop? Where's the jam store? There's the store. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, look at the little crow gunk on the counter. Okay, what trash do I have for you? No battle items today. Did I pick up any no nuggets or anything? Alright, that's fine. Just give me the usual. No full heals, huh? Well, what are you selling, little lady? Ow. Get that shit out of here. She did have dusk balls and something else. Those I'm interested in, but they're expensive. We'll have to buy them sparingly. Maybe this time we don't send out Hippopotas first. Maybe we don't have 2 ground Pokemon on our team. Maybe there's a lot of things we could do. You fucking kidding me? Well, that's some bullshit. Ooh. Come on! You bitches. Really? Unable to learn Shadow Claw? Tell me, in what world does that make sense? Thank bitches. Now I gotta throw all this again. Okay, hang on. Where's the switch? Here. Then we run all the way back around to here. And we head on over to here. I'm really gonna get that Gyarados. I'm gonna light him up. First thing I'm gonna do though is heal. I can't keep losing and wasting all my money. If we lose, we're just gonna call it a day. Well, technically we're gonna call it a day, no matter the outcome. This is the last thing we're doing today. I hope you guys have been enjoying the longer episodes. Usually, for years, they've been about an hour a piece, give or take, 5-10 minutes. Anywhere from 40 to 60 minutes-ish. Sometimes they go a little over, but I've been extending them to about an hour and a half, an hour and 40. Just so we can cover some ground, honestly. But if it's working out and people like that kind of format, we'll keep with it. It really depends on the game. It depends on how many people are in chat that day. It depends on a lot of factors, honestly. How I'm feeling, whether I'm dead or tired or not, you know. I'm thinking maybe I should have used a tract. Then again, he's doubly weak to thunder, so. Oh, Quagsire. Okay, yeah, see? Luxray's known to be no good against Quagsire. Quaggy. Quaggy, my boy. Whose color palette's just a little bit different than it is in Soul Silver. Thankfully, that's not going to do a lot. Night night, Quaggy. Ooh. I want to say Grotle evolves at level 32. Ooh, Floatzel. Ouch! Will it be a crit hit again this time? Nope. He really got us that last time. Still didn't do a lot. That's okay. We didn't need it to. Just needed to burn the turn so that I could do these. Good job, Bibberel. You paved the way. Ouch. Fuck. I was worried that might happen. Ooh, quick claw for the win. Oh, thank God. Done. We did it! Yay! Undertow. He's been listening to Tool. Ooh, we can use Surf now. Today was a good day. We got a lot done. We had a good chat. I like the days where somebody comes in, chats with us, and we get a lot of conversation in. Not a bomb. You're right. I should go after him. Let's get him.